Good evening, Twitch. How you doing? It's Sunday night, and I realize how much of a liar I am. I'm a scoundrel, and I'm a terrible person, but it's only because I hate myself. And I hate myself so much, especially after last night's stream, that we're doing a bit of a spoiled Final Fight edition for Final Fantasy V. We did not beat the game online. Or offline, I should say. So we're gonna fix that right now. And we are going to beat this game. And I have a few things to actually get off my chest about this whole thing. Now, I'd like to start off, of course, by saying, you know, I am very grateful to all the people who gave me advice and guidance throughout this playthrough and stuff, but I also kind of have some major criticisms because I don't think they understand, and one of the bigger issues is actually the strategy that actually comes with beating X-Death. Because apparently X-Death himself, well, it's a very special fight. The kind of special that makes you realize, oh, it can be done that easily. It can be beaten that quickly. And it can't actually be all that difficult. The downside is, though, the strategy that people who are clearly pros at this, and a couple other people I'll leave unmentioned as well, let's just say when you say a fight is easy and you've never actually beaten the game, when the person actually needs to vent and gripe, you don't respond by saying, oh, that's easy, did you know this? A little bit of empathy before you outright give some help is a lot more helpful. Or at least showing a little more tact. And that's kind of the big issue I have with this whole thing now. Is this is the one fight. Obviously, I'm excluding the super bosses for a very good reason. I don't even know if I'm going to be doing the super bosses. Just for the specific reason that this boss fight in itself is... And the strategies that are actually utilized, because these are min-max strategies here. These are min-max strategies. I won't be using them. Not because I can't, but I don't feel comfortable using these min-max strategies. The min-max strategies that they're actually recommending actually involve using running shoes. Now, running shoes themselves actually offer a lot of benefits. First off, they give you haste. Auto haste. You are always, you know, increased speed. And for X-Death, it actually stops some of the status effects he could actually cast upon you. My problem is, and one of the things that actually makes me feel very uncomfortable compared to doing a flame ring strategy, which apparently is extremely unpopular. And just remember, this is all in context of the 4-job Fiesta rules, which is my main criticism actually, because let's be honest, this fight is so RNG hell that it's not fun. Like, with the 4-job Fiesta rules. It doesn't become enjoyable at all. But the strategy they actually recommend, and this is apparently the optimal strategy, is to actually just have everyone with running shoes and just deal if your character gets knocked out to resurrect them. Don't worry about healing them. So in other words, this is a low... The strategy they recommend is basically a low HP strategy, as in, okay, someone's going to die every single time, just accept that death is going to occur, and just attack when you possibly can. And that really makes me uncomfortable. And I gotta say, this is actually probably one of the hardest Final Fantasy fights I've ever actually have experienced, solely for that reason. It is an extremely difficult fight because there are so many abilities and status effects that just ruin the fight outright. And it really sucks. You know, some had some really concrete advice saying, okay, your Dragoon and Monk are effectively your item. You're basically your chemists. They're the ones who are actually just constantly using potions on you and such. And other, you know, additional strategies as well. For example, have them be the ones basically using, like, spamming elixirs and stuff. But like I said, this is a, you know, the optimal strategy is basically a low-power strategy. It's like, okay, character's gonna die here. Okay, so what I'll have to do is go to items, go to Phoenix Down, resurrect her, and don't even worry about healing her. Not at all. Someone's good white hold? Okay, she does, that's fine. So, I can soft. Apparently, yes, you can. It's actually soft a person before you get them. But basically, you don't even worry about healing. So basically, she's just gonna stay at that low HP mark for the entire match. So you don't even heal her. You just have your running shoes, and you're supposed to have... And because, you know, your timer is cut in half, if not more so, you actually end up doing a lot more. You get a lot more actions per turn. You're a lot faster. Like, I'd be able to pump out, you know, 3 or 4 flares. Then actually, you know, get off a concrete attack. And I like the fact that, you know, like I said, the people have been really helpful in giving me strategies, and like, here, this is the optimal strategy, do this strategy, this is the one that makes it, like, as easy as possible. These people who are so good at the game, like, basically what they're doing is they've already data mined the game, they already know every single strategy, they know everything in and out about the game. There's no margin of error. Like, it's such high risk, high reward, and it makes me wonder, like, how well connected they actually are to the actual game itself. So here we are, we're actually in a terrible situation here. Yeah, so, like I said, this is the RNG. This is the RNG you have to face. Nothing I could do. Absolutely nothing. And that's the kind of situation, basically, like, that upsets me. Like, it is a terrible boss fight in relation to the 4-job Fiesta rules. And even with apparently how... And I really hate this. Like, you never want to tell a person who's actually going through a game blind, like, say something is easy. Like, if you're a pro at something and you are knowledgeable of you beating something, the last thing a person wants to actually ever hear when they're struggling with something is saying, oh, this is easy. It is, if anything, one of the worst things. Like, usually a person needs to vent and they need empathy. They need an ear to lend, lend off. Lend them your ears. Don't throw them your actual ears, though. This is not so much a Python skit. Also, just to let you know, yes, this is on the wait timer, so we are basically taking this as slow as possible, and this is going to be as easy as possible for a fight. So we've really turned down all the difficulty. Alright. See, like, this is the scenario, this would be telling me it's like, you just use high potions. And that would honestly work. It would really work. And if you use a wait combat timer, then it would actually really help. It would make it even... It would make it possible, because, you know, look how many times you can actually attack X-Death. With the wait timer, imagine now you can actually do it with running shoes. It's even more ridiculous. And so, just not being able to find, like, that compromise. Like, are there multiple ways to actually beat any boss in the Final Fantasy game? More or less, yes. You know, short of turning, obviously, attacks into health and such. He's still attacking. I'm gonna wait for these two to... Their timer's back up, alright. Yep. There's a lot of factors in these fights that basically are just so RNG. And you can control a lot of it, you know, thanks to things like the weight system here. Hopefully. And you also have to count, too. That's honestly the other really part that gets me. It's like, these are people who are able to, like, know, it's like, okay, they're going to, this boss is going to die in this many flares, or in this many fires. Like, they are counting HP. No, he's not at the medio stage yet. Never mind, he is actually. Never mind. Well, are we doomed? We're doomed. I think I just lost 2 people? I lost 2 people. I really hate the RNG in this. So X-Death, there's really nothing you can do. It literally is just a... It's just a standard fight. There's a lot of incapacitation moves that just instantly kill your team members. And 90% of it you just have to accept. You know, you get really lucky if you get a... you're lucky if you just cast a normal attack. Everything else is basically... Your character is going to die, no matter what. Unless you grind an ungodly amount of levels. But for Neo X-Death here, there are certain things I'm actually able to... There's certain strategies that you basically can do in this. That makes it easy, and I want to emphasize that in quotes, and by that I mean basically if you're a person who looks up all the strats, spoils the game, or data mines, or hacks, or anything of the sort. Like, you can make your characters a lot stronger, you can basically skip levels, give yourself more HP than normal, you know, things like that. You know, especially the hacks that kind of go against the whole spirit of the Fiesta. Also kind of sucks. So their strategy, basically, and this is the thing that I don't understand. I kind of understand it, is basically the strategy is supposed to be able to let you instant kill I just lost. And that's the thing I don't understand. Is the... You're putting, like, so much RNG on this fight. Like, obviously if I had running shoes equipped and did the potion strategy, their strategy is, you know, it's the min-max. And that's the thing that kills me, honestly. It's the min-max strategy, and I should have healed, honestly. I made a bad tactical decision there, not healing with Fire 3. I thought I would have more time, but I guess I didn't. But what you can do is pretty much almost off the bat, you could actually kill off 2 pieces of X-Death. Very quickly, actually. And I'll reveal those at the very end of this stream, which this stream will be ending the moment we kill Neo X-Death. So we're not going to be doing anything else. There's not going to be anything else. It's just going to be me beating X-Death and Neo X-Death, because as much as I do like the story of this game, this boss fight and these Fiesta rules, I'm overall not happy with. And what really sucks is basically the amount of conformity that exists in, not so much in the community or the people, but just how rigid the strategies for something like this. And usually when you deal with bosses like this, it's like, oh, they have instant kill mechanics and stuff. There's only really 1 or 2 optimal strategies, with very little room for error, or room for adjustment, because of how just stupidly overpowered this boss is. And you can't block everything, you know, there are certain things you're just gonna have to learn to accept and deal with. I mean, this is a fight, like, even if you did master every single job and had every single ability, you still could run into bad RNG that would just outright kill you. I think 1 more round of flares would probably kill him. And even though, like, I've had the damage. And one thing I actually really don't get is, like I said, that transition from Alchemist there to it being able to recover, especially when you're at the 4-person part there. I mean, I guess the running shoes really do make that much of a difference, and it would make sense that they do. A bit more. Like I said, I'm not a fan of this boss, and I'm not a fan of the rules. Because you just get so much bad RNG. And there are other things, actually, because apparently the Beastmaster is so powerful that you could actually catch an enemy in this final area, somewhere in this final area, and you could actually turn it, basically release it and just do an ungodly amount of damage against Neo X-Death. And there's the things like you will never traditionally find. And that's the really upsetting part. And that's something I don't think a lot of people like when you play a game to that level, compared to a person who's like, this is, you know, this, hold the megaphone, Homer Simpson, it's my first day. It makes it really frustrating. And I'm honestly, I'm kind of frustrated, like, I even took up this challenge here. Like, it's been fun, like, 99% of it's fun, but this, last night, doing that 8-hour stream, that was not fun. It was impossible to stay positive. It was, made me just realize just how while the bulk of the game could be fun, and it makes it a very novel experience, having to deal with this makes it just ridiculous. Like, I would honestly say, and I actually had to agree with all the people who are in part of that Final Fantasy IV Fiesta Discord, which are a great group of people. There really needs to be a disclaimer, like, for people saying, it's like, hey, if this is your first time doing it, maybe don't do it. Or, hang on a second. So, we're going to kill, two things. We're going to kill the Grand Cross. So, there's four sections here. So, this is, everything's been spoiled. So, the top one here, this is the physical. The dragon here, this is actually, apparently a dragon, is the one that casts, Grand Cross. We have the beast down there. That is the one that casts Algamest. And then finally we have the, I guess, undead caster here. And that's the one that casts Delta Break, Holy Flare. Basically any sort of attack that instant kills you. Nothing you can do about it. Now though, actually no, what I will do, we'll have, Lena do Flare. And I'll tell you what the strategy is right now. So the strategy right now that we'll need to do, we need to actually kill... We need to kill 2 pieces of Neo X deck here. That is what we have to do. We have to kill 2 pieces. No ifs, ands, or buts on this. Now, traditionally, just wait for everyone's bars to go to full. That's fine, you can live through that. That's fine. The strategy basically that makes this easy, and honestly, I'm surprised I actually didn't think about it, but with the way the fight is set up and how long I streamed, I can understand why I didn't think about having to kill the last 2 heads, because... And this is... I was technically true from the last stream, I was told during that long endurance, was that Neo XF goes berserk, and he does. However, the conditions of when he actually goes berserk is, well, he just actually, he only goes berserk when there's only 1 part left. Yeah. Kinda takes the wind out of the sails there. Like, X-Death himself, he has a berserk mechanic, like when he cast Meteor there and I got wiped out. That was the moment where, I was just basically stuck. Because there was nothing I can do, that's RNG. Like this, Grand Cross is a factor of RNG. You could instantly just lose from this alone. Like that. Like, there's nothing you can do on that. And apparently what makes, like, even my situation a whole lot easier is because I've gotten into so many fights that I basically don't have to worry about anything. I have so much HP. So Lena is actually poisoned, just to let you know. That's her current status effect. And that's another thing that can actually kill everything, is basically your status effects. So basically, you know, focus fire, target, no problem. Now the 2 I'm actually going to be going for is the one that does Grand Cross, and that, Delta attack and such. So what we'll actually do, we'll let these 3 Oh. Actually, we'll have Kara here actually heal. Probably actually get, But's gonna take the hit with everyone. So my strategy is basically be able to actually take all these hits. From X Death. Because I can actually, unlike a lot of other people, apparently Alchemist always does like 1600, unless you have something like Shell. If you don't have Shell, you're just you're stuck with, you know, obviously you're stuck taking like that 1600 damage, and that apparently is pretty much lethal to most people who play this, because they're able to go through the game a whole lot more efficiently and very quickly. And we'll probably actually have Lena do another heal. Or not. Actually, no, technically I still should. I'll do one more. Because basically, the people who are really good at this game are Elixir reliant, and they do that low HP strategy. They kind of accept that everyone's going to be at low HP, but I actually do wonder how they handle the fact that they don't have any sort of ability to like recover their magic, or not recover their magic, like survive Alchemist, and then like, they need a couple of people to survive it. There's no way like a single person would be able to survive it. Kara here. And that's basically what you have to be. You have to be Elixir reliant. Get to Lena. I guess if anything, like after Alchemist, like whoever survives, you Elixir yourself. Like that's the thing that comes to my mind. And of course, this being a Final Fantasy boss and such, everyone has their own individual weaknesses. Because each one's a different part. But that's basically what we're gonna have to be doing. You can mitigate the most from the physical and, I guess technically, let's just call it Grand Cross. But I don't know how they actually survive the Alchemist there. Like, especially when they have much lower HP than I would, like I do. The other thing about this, the Grand Cross, is that apparently the other thing about running juice, it actually nullifies 4 of the status effects that actually exist. There's some death, there's entanglement, and that's another thing, like, how do they avoid this? Down. Kiss. Butts is paralyzed, so nothing you can do there. Oh, no, he actually got out of paralysis. Or paralysis. Like, this is as easy as you can actually make this fight without doing the instant... I guess I mean without doing, like, the instant kill strat. The fact that there actually is an instant kill strat kind of makes me a little sick, but given how horribly imbalanced this fight actually is, I can actually understand why. For the first time, like, you blind play. This fight's disgusting. I think if anything, like, there should be, like, I think if anything, it would be nice if, for people who encourage others, is like, hey, you should do this Fiesta. To tell other people, it's like, hey, don't encourage people who've never beaten the game before. Or create some sort of setup, like say, hey, you're new to this. We know you're new to this. Here's the build you should do. Like, go through the game with this build. Like, you don't need to write a huge strategy guide for them, but definitely make things a whole lot approachable. Because you obviously want the amount of participants and individuals to flourish. I just give myself a good butts and elixir here. Because with more people, obviously more pledges, therefore more money raised. At least that's one factor. Oh, is the caster dead? The caster is actually dead. Alright. So our next step here, we're going to kill the one at the top here. This is apparently the monster, this is a dragon apparently, and it casts Grand Cross. So we're going to kill that. That is step 2 of this plan. So now that we don't have to deal with certain magic spells. So this will take about 20... Not 20, maybe like 17 flares. To actually kill each individual section. Because after this comes the more like, oh, why didn't I think about this before? Because I actually did have the tools to win this. Right off the bat for the night. I really did, like last night. But when you get into a mindset like of trying to survive, and at the same time, I don't know why I didn't make him heal. Now, like you think like, oh, this is a strat. You just have to focus fire every single individual part. I also would not recommend doing this on active timer, because I would assume that most people who do this are doing it on wait timers instead of active. Because what you saw last night was primarily active. It was only until about maybe the last 2 hours of the stream I was doing things on the wait timer. We'll actually have Ferris heal, because he's not going to survive the Almagest. He traditionally... Actually, no, I'll wait till I actually spoil that. Yes, there it goes, so heal up. See, other people would not be able to do that strategy, because they would not have as much HP as my team members. Like, that's the one thing that separates them and me. Because I went through this game so slowly. Because I couldn't dash, and I wasn't playing the GBA version, which actually has a dash. I got into a lot more fights. Like, all my offline grinding was just, like, the ABP spots, like the Squirrel Cave. Or the statues under Castle Ball. Alright, let's hope we don't get any bad RNG. That's not the best. I can't tell if Kara's old or not. I mean, it technically can miss. It technically can miss. Probably actually should kill, actually, here, we're just gonna find out right now. We have to kill Kara? We have to kill Kara. The reason we have to kill her is because she's old. If we leave her like that, she's just gonna keep on getting, weaker. Every turn that passes. And we also have to kill Lena too, actually. And this is where the running shoes actually becomes a benefit because, well, you don't have to worry about any of this stuff. So we're gonna smite her down. Res. See, I'm actually lucky. I'm actually surprised, like, I'm getting this good RNG. Alright, we'll give a look to the Kara, because... he actually ran out of mana there. That's bad. Well, she died. Actually, we might lose Lena, too. Never mind, we didn't. Good. Like, it's amazing, like, it's such a staggering difference, like, when you actually know what you need to do, how easy the fight, like, I'm not gonna say easy, not how, here's the thing, like, spoilers really do change, like, how the game works and stuff. Knowledge really does change how an RPG is actually played, and how easy it can be. I still don't know, though, how many people would be able to actually go through this. Like, I should take a look. I actually do wonder, like, if any actual pros who help and participate, like, in the 4-Drop Fiesta would actually, like, post a video of their strategy. Like, here, this is how it actually is supposed to work. Or, like, give a rundown, like, show the fight and give a rundown. Heal. Nope, still not dead. Alright, here we go. Third Grand Cross. I'm surprised it's actually only been the third. Let's see, how we doing? Soft. Got Frog, we have Confusion, but that's fine, actually. And that's actually not fine. That's not fine at all. Take a chance. Like, I know this is suboptimal. I really do, but I can't think of a better way. Or I don't trust myself to play at the level that I've seen people play this game at. Or not seen people, like, actually, like, say what, like, hey, do this. And they were they had very strong feelings about it. I think we actually just killed that section. Let me just double check. Yes, we did. Okay, so we are on the last hall here. So here's the thing about this fight. So as you remember from the if you actually watched from the last stream, and I don't blame you if you didn't, I would focus my strategy on just killing one more at a time. The actual trick is, well, he goes berserk when he's down to actually one body part. So now we have to actually go and, well, we have to go and kill both of them at the same time. Now, there's still a way we can actually instant kill one section of this boss. And we're gonna kill him the slower way, the more inefficient way, because one of the items we actually have in our inventory could actually instant kill one of the sections that we actually left alive. I'm a dummy. Alright, well, we need to cast 2 flares on the physical side. That was a mistake. That was a bit of a mistake. That's fine, though. We can catch up. So we just need to equalize. Because what happens is basically when you take out one, the boss here just basically goes, I'm just going to destroy you. And considering I don't have the tools to protect myself in the long term, I'll just wait. Cast fire, please. Don't cast flare. It doesn't matter what spell you cast in terms of the elements. Yeah, see, that's how you tell. That's how you tell that Kara actually had ult on her. Alright, so we're gonna leave. Oh, that was the spell. So we have to do this the slow way. Just of killing next up extremely slowly and painfully. Flare, or one more fire, 3. Now, if I was actually a smarter man, I could actually just cast, I think Butts also had ult. I don't remember his magic being that weak. I mean, I know he's not a good caster, but still. So now we basically have to cast about 40 to 50 of these, fire 3s, or bolt 3 or ice 3, whichever one you prefer to use. It doesn't matter. Like, as long as you can kill both of them effectively at the same time. Which is a lot easier said than done, I'll tell you that much. Okay, wanted to die. Phoenix down. After fire 3. How's it going, bots? How you doing, man? Yep, Final Fantasy. How are you doing tonight? This is just the final boss fight. We are just doing this. The boss fight has been coiled for me, so I kind of know what I'm doing. Hey, Roboito. How are you doing tonight as well? You're doing your own 4-job Fiesta, and you got Black Mage's first class. Nice. It's a good class. It's a very powerful class. That is one of the classes that can basically take care of all your damage problems throughout the entire run. As you can probably see here. I don't know if you've actually beaten, I hope you haven't beaten the game. Actually, no, heal. Good, just chilling? Nice, man. Nice. Kind of what I do in my streams as well. I just kind of, this is my time I give myself to basically play games. My only time, unfortunately. Like, I barely get any additional time to sit down and play games and such. So it's a nice mix. Sit down, chill, play games, beat games, which is actually my primary objective. I'll be honest, like, this boss really soured the 4th Fiesta. I do wish you luck, though, Roboito13, on your run. I got Black Mage as my second class. I did a Chaos... So, as you scroll down, you can see I did a Chaos run. I honestly still don't know if I'll ever do another Fiesta run, because I like the novelty, but... Man... Like, it wasn't even the final dungeon that was really a problem. The final dungeon was hard. It was very difficult. But it was doable. Alright. Take advantage of the wait timer, and can I get the high potion off? I can probably get the high potion off. I just didn't want to cast Fire 3. Yep. This is not the optimal strat, just to let you know. So if you actually do want to beat this beat this boss as quickly as possible, well, you'll be able to do that. There are better ways. Did you guys enjoy your weekend, though? Hopefully you... I made a terrible mistake, man, just trying to think I could beat the game last night. That was a really bad decision on my part. It wasn't even because I got cocky either, that's what makes it even worse. Like, I didn't expect the boss to be a cakewalk, but I didn't expect the boss to be so incredibly cheap. Like, what you're watching right now is the anticlimactic part, so this is basically the, like, hey, this is now more of a chore. Because we basically had to take him out as slowly as possible. Because we don't want to berserk him. We don't want to die. I don't want to die. I don't want to die again. I've already lost twice, actually, tonight. Goodness knows, no one should imagine going through this blind and making a pledge saying, oh, I'll donate $10 if I die or get wiped out. I would have given, like, at least $300. And I do not have that kind of money. Or I don't have that expendable money to give away to charity. How's your mana supply? It's pretty good. See, if this was active, like, I kind of really miss doing this on active time. I like using active time battle. It feels weird actually doing this on the wait. It makes the game a lot easier, I'll tell you that much. Compared to last night when most of my stream was using active. Every single enemy, it did not matter if I was scrolling through my menus, they would be casting magic. Or punching me. Stop punching my people. Very annoying. This is also very tedious as well. How much magic do you have? You have a lot of magic. How much magic do you have? A decent amount. Basically, if we hear one of the heads die, we're... Like, that's the point, like, oh, we need to actually do something We need to rush it. Hey, Zero Gravion, it's been a while, man. How you doing? I'm making a terrible decision here. Making a terrible decision. Yes. You know, this is your second Fiesta. Nice. Okay, that's good, man. That makes it a whole lot easier. Sorry, I'm holding. I don't know why I'm holding on to this. Okay. Fire 3. Left and up. Geomancer, not Beastmaster. That's unfortunate. I didn't. Fortunately, Ferris decided to block the heal. Terrible decisions have been made this weekend. The first terrible decision was me doing an 8-hour stream last night. The second terrible decision is what's going on right now. God damn it, Ferris. The first one was Chemist, Summoner, Beastmaster, Freelancer. So that was a pure Chaos run you did then. Alright, so I probably need to give an elixir to Lena. I don't know how many I've done, I haven't counted. So we might run into problems. We might run into problems. How much magic do you have? 139. Give her an elixir. Let's have him heal everyone. Yep, 8-hour stream. I didn't sleep. I didn't go to sleep until like 8 o'clock this morning. So, yeah. Decisions of champions. Of all the things I should have actually done that would be productive. Oh, still haven't killed one of them yet. Uh-oh. Oh, well, goodbye, Kara. Damn it. Fight's very annoying if you haven't noticed yet. I'll say this much. Like I said, if you... Let me give the advice, but unlike what other people told me when I actually was considering doing this. Beat the game first before you partake in the Fiesta. Beat the game first before you partake in the Fiesta. Big mistakes will be... mistakes will be made if you decide to jump on in there freely. Like, it doesn't matter what... Like, just beat the game. And then you would know, like, hey, what you're getting into. Because I enjoyed 99% of this game. This is the 1% I actually didn't like. Nope, he's still not even close to being dead. Basically, the moment I hear one of the heads die, that's when I'll start worrying for my life, because once one of the heads die, it'll go berserk, and it can double cast and triple cast, and there it is. Alright, what died? What died? Okay. You. This needs to die. Immediately. No exceptions. If this thing does not die in a few seconds, then we're in trouble. There we go. He's beaten. Oh, right. I should probably also do this. Need to take a screenshot of him being destroyed. To actually submit this into the Fiesta. I do have to do that part. Exactly, got a front row seat to see the true ending of this game. Fun fact, there actually are multiple endings to this game. There's only two. In the beginning, there was void. Then 4 spirits came. Together in this void, the crystals were born, and the world was created. Thus, Hope gives the earth blessings. Courage lights the flame. Kindness makes water the source of life. And pursuit lets wisdom ride the wind. When the day comes that void shall again envelop the world, if within people live the four spirits, light shall again be reborn. Four spirits, wandering through void, shall once again give birth to light. I'm just gonna sit back and enjoy this ending, so I'll talk in a moment. The void hasn't disappeared, even though we've defeated X-Death? Is it because the crystals are gone? Is the world going to be enveloped by the void? Hope gives the earth blessings. Courage lights the flame. Kindness makes water the source of life. And pursuit lets wisdom ride the wind. The world is being reborn. The crystals too. There was still some power left in the pieces of crystal. I'm so glad. It's because Lena and Ferris and Kara, it's because you protected the crystals so well. But, you too. And Grandpa. And now the wind will return to Tycoon. Yes. Father. Grandpa. Father. And Kelgar and Zessa too. The world still needs you. It's still too early for you to come where we are. You've done well, now go back to your world. Credits? I'm wondering if there's credits right now. Or if it's not over yet. Best anti-Void Boy Gluff is gone, though. I'm sad. Who's Gluff? Or do you mean Geluff? Geluff being gone, that is sad. It's a tragedy, honestly. This game had a lot of tragedy. Grandpa! A letter's arrived. Sid, Mid, how are you? It's Kara. It looks like we were saved. Somehow it feels like that battle was all a dream. Oh, thank you very much for the host, Mecha GM. Really appreciate it. Although we're pretty much almost at the end of the stream. We are watching the ending of Final Fantasy V. Spoilers. Since then, I've traveled around to various towns. Things have returned to how they were before. It's so peaceful. Hey, I get to see Clarissa in a dress again. The Chancellor of Tycoon is in good spirits. Approved! Approved! But Ferris seems worried about the pirates. Not as heavy as usual Final Fantasy, it still packs a few emotional hits. Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, that's Ferris. Castle Ball is having problems that there's no one to succeed the throne. What do you mean? She's the princess. Maybe I'll be queen? That doesn't sound too bad. I don't know, I'd kind of rate this actually be on the hot. From my experience of playing Final Fantasy games, this is on the higher end. Butts is in his hometown village now. Until he leaves on a journey again, he'll be with his mother and father. Boko and Coco! Triplets? Oh, by the way, Boko and Coco have had children. They're so cute. You should come meet them. Oh, little baby chocobos. It's been 1 year since then. Lena and Ferris are busy with everything at their castle, and Butts has left on another journey, so I think we'll go to that place where Grandpa sleeps. To that place. If the others come asking you guys about me. No, I'm sure they'll come. Please tell them that I wanted to see them again. Kara, you did swell. You all did swell. Boko is a stud. Sage Guido, no! And punch Kelgar! That was a funny moment. Butts. That's his name. It'll always be Butts in my heart. Lena. Hey, that's the original name when he got the fan translation, and that's the one I like. I know his name's supposed to be Bart's. Rest in peace, Sildra. Or Sildra. So, I probably should actually talk about Neo X Death before the stream ends here. So, and if you don't want anything spoiled, I would recommend turning off the stream right now. I'm going to talk about Neo X Death, the final boss, and how the quick kill, or what the optimal strategy is, which is the one that got so heavily stressed on me to actually do, which is using running shoes. But on Neo X Death, there are actually two pieces of X Death you can actually instantly kill. Now, there are actually one part of it, the one that kept on casting a massive AoE for 1600 damage, you can actually instant kill that by casting Break on it. Kind of anticlimactic, honestly. The second part is the Magic Caster part, and you can actually instant kill that with one of the summons in the game, Odin. He can actually instant kill that. So, instantly, you can actually kill two pieces of the final boss in almost 10 seconds flat. The one that requires Break, it's only a % chance. Oh, something's happening here. Oh, we're actually at the Great Forest of Mua. At that moment, if Grandpa had not saved me. The earth, wind, fire, and water are all alive and the world has returned to peace. But I'm still a bit sad. I'm sure now. It's because Grandpa is gone, and I've been left all by myself. See, I didn't know that part, King Cyrus. That's also something interesting to know as well. So there's actually a way, apparently, for it to be 100%. That's even more interesting. Good old Guluf. Never give up the fight. Warrior of Dawn and King. See you, Grandpa. But you aren't alone. We're here, aren't we? Be happy. Everyone, you've come. Of course, how could we forget about a friend we fought together with? Everyone. Tears don't suit you. Kara, you need to be strong. Calip's gonna laugh at you. You're right. Grandpa is laughing at me. The crystals have regained their power. Now we must protect it. Just like Dad and the rest had protected them. Hey, don't you hear something? Yeah, I hear it. Grandpa's voice? No, the rustling of trees? The murmur of the water? The flaring of fire? The Whisper of the Earth? This is corny. This is extremely corny, and I'm okay with this. I don't know. I don't know, but... I can hear it. Yes, something warm. Let's go. What, are we riding Poco and Coco's kids? And Kara's Hiryu. Aloof, the most bad boss guy in the entire series, gets knocked to 0 HP and beyond and still keeps going till his foe is friggin' dust. Well, at least until he turned into a tree branch. This is one of those things where you have a character that was part of the previous heroes, but instead of killing them like a chump to show how strong the opponent actually is, they actually let them be the badass he should be. Yeah. Oh yeah, I completely agree. Like, that was a good moment. A confusing moment for me playing through it, but that was a good moment. Like I said, overall, I like this game. I definitely would not recommend if this is your first time playing through it to do the Fiesta rules. Don't play through the game normally first. Just beat the game normally. and then do a Fiesta run. Because the Fiesta run itself honestly kind of ruined... It kind of did ruin it at the very end. Being stuck with, like, here. Like, the classes, like, I will acknowledge that the classes I got were very, very good. To actually beat this game with. It made the game possibly extremely easy. Okay, that's awesome. I want to see more of that. I want to see more of Kara's Hiryu like that. I just wish the people who kind of encouraged me to, like, think and take part of it, that is so awesome. Why aren't there wallpapers of that? I mean, honestly, why aren't there wallpapers of that? I love the sprite art for that dragon. Or Lena, though. She doesn't have a Hiryu anymore. Her Hiryu sacrificed her life. Special thanks to... My special thanks go out to the people at the Final Fantasy V 4-Job Fiesta Discord. That's who I give my special thanks to. Without them, they kept everything spoiler-free until I asked for, unless I, like, specifically asked for it, which was basically this boss fight, because that Berserk mode was complete bullcrap. It was absolutely horrible. That's who my special thanks goes out to. And you, of course, for watching. Whether it was at the start or at the very end. Thank you very much for coming along. I also just love this music. And yes, I am the type of person who will just let credits play out through the end, because that's the right thing to do. But I still don't know if I'll ever do another Fiesta run, because... Ugh. Behemoth. The Kaiser Behemoth. Kara, level 44 Mediator, 2100 HP, 368 mana, experience. Wow, that's a lot of experience. 21 abilities learned. I actually am proud I did make sure every single job I got was maxed out. You've beaten Final Fantasy V. I never actually knew that, Zero Gravion. But never plan on doing a Fiesta. Big risk of tedium. Yeah, I can understand that. Tried to press A. I'm gonna press A. Okay, it did progress. I guess they have a special scene for each class. That's actually kind of interesting. So you just watch and donate? Hey, I can respect that. That's why I always mention it. With the exception of this stream, I always mention, like, hey, you can donate to Child's Play. I wanted to try it because I only played this game up to, I got through the Fire Crystal. That's so far as I got, and because I'm the type of person who was trying to master every single job in the game, and this is not knowing that the stats carried over to the Freelancer class or the Mime or anything like that. I didn't know anything about that. You have all the Final Fantasy that were released on the PS1, big part of your childhood. Right, I gotta remember, I think you're younger than me. That makes a huge difference. I never got to actually buy the Final Fantasy ones on the PlayStation. Kinda regret not being able to actually do that. But you only have so much money. But yeah, there's definitely a high risk that you get, like... You can get a lot of, not great jobs. I'll still say this, like, I still do like the Monk. Although I will agree that... the Monk takes way too much damage. And there aren't many ways to mitigate the damage to warrant the ability to do as much damage. Obviously, if you don't play the by Fiesta rules, there obviously you can make the Monk extremely powerful. I did do it. I did do it with the help of the Final Fantasy V 4-Job Fiesta Discord. Because if it wasn't, well, we'd have another 8-hour stream. And I would be full of remorse and hatred and disgust. And there we go. That's Final Fantasy V. The end. That's great. If I ever try Agent K Final Fantasy V, the Monk is an amazing find. I always like monks in games. I always found them to be fun classes to overall play. A bit, you know, just... They can be mundane if poorly designed, but they can also be extremely fun to play through. As if you say, made her immune to poison before the fight, not poisoned. Game, yeah, Lena... Oh God, Lena took so much poison through this playthrough. Or through the story, I should say. That's gonna do it for me tonight here. I just really want to be able to beat X-Death here. I don't think I'll be doing the super bosses. I don't think I'll be doing Shinryu and Omega, just because I probably would have the tolerance. I literally just lost my patience for this game. Or, I lost my patience with this game with the 4-job Fiesta rules. Let me be specific on that. I've lost my patience in that sense. I don't have... I just don't have the patience to deal with those 2 super bosses because they're a whole lot stronger, and something tells me they have very specific strategies that once again involve a lot of min-maxing that would not prevent any sort of flexibility, let's just say that. But as for the rest tonight here, let's see who is actually streaming right now. So, we'll come back with another stream tomorrow. Like I said, I strive to stream every single day. But for now, though, let me actually see who's actually streaming on my list right now. So we got 2 people actually on my list who's actually streaming. There's Pro Jared. He's actually apparently playing through Final Fantasy XII, the Zodiac Age, that just got released on the PS4. Release all those on Steam, please, Square Enix. And second, which is the one I'm going to give a host to, is another one of Proton Jod's mods. It's New York Video Game Freak. He's actually playing a game called Disc Jam. This was actually developed by 2 former Call of Duty developers. They actually created their own studio called High Horse Entertainment. And if you have never heard of Disc Jam, if you've ever heard of Windjammers, it is basically that, except it is available on Steam. It is still free to play right now, so you can actually download it on Steam and give it a shot. I recommend it. If you've even enjoyed Windjammers even a little bit, you'll greatly enjoy Disc Jam. So, I'm going to give a host to New York Video Game Freak. Until then, though, thank you very much for everyone for watching, whether it was from the start or the beginning. Thank you very much for the follow, Cecil Kane03. I actually really did enjoy this. I'm glad, actually, after over 20 years of not actually going, but not, like, imagine basically playing this game first on an old 1990s HP computer and now finally being able to beat it. So, thank you very much. If you always want, you're always welcome to stop on by. I always stream around from 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock Pacific. But, once again, until then, though, take care.